some things don't need to be explored all the way right away. You know what I mean?
The fact that a Sagittarius is saying some things don't need to be explored right away.
Right.
That is insane. That is groundbreaking.
Right?
Wow.
Growth.
Every Virgo needs to understand what she just said. A Sagittarius, by the way, that leads with the energy of exploring.
Yes. Hi.
Yes, you're at the right place at the right time.
You are.
You're with your girls.
Welcome.
Welcome. This is the second part to the most to least likely to play with your feelings.
Yes.
So you're at the right place. But we have an intro for you.
Yes, we do. We have a little quick story time. Okay, so.
I'm excited because I don't know this.
Yes.
She told me she has a story.
Okay.
But this is my first time reacting to it.
So the other day, I went to go get my nails done.
And they look so good.
Yeah, I'm so excited for our trip. I'm so excited. Okay, so also, you know, I'm on my period.
Yeah.
And it's like unfortunate that I just so happen to also have ran out of tampons. But
oh, the worst.
My nail salon is right next to a Safeway. Like, it's in the same little court. So I was like, let me, for once, go into the grocery store. Because Sarah knows this about me.
You guys. It's crazy. But it's fine.
I order my groceries because I hate the grocery store.
Yeah.
It brings me a lot of anxiety for many reasons.
But, honestly,
also, I just don't like it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
If you have the funds to do that, like, honestly, I like ordering groceries on weeks where I'm busy or something, or, you know, or there's a full moon. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes I'll be popping in there. I like to walk there sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I just like to order it. So
Right.
if you like to order all the time, do you.
And I do. So I do be doing me. So, but it was an off chance because I was like, I need to go get these tampons, right? And anyways, like, it's unfortunate that I'm on my period and having to do anything.
Yeah.
And then especially to go get tampons and just get tampons, because I am just getting tampons. Like, I really don't need anything else. But I'm like, I grab these tampons. I grab like 3 boxes too. So like my hands are full of tampons, okay?
That's so funny. Me, I would have just gotten a little 4-pack. And you could just get the rest.
I was like,
why
well,
did
I'm
you need
here.
3?
And they happen to have my favorite kind.
And they were on sale, huh? It was like 3.
Yeah. Okay, so imagine me 3 boxes deep of tampons.
Crying.
Okay.
And this is before the nail appointment.
No, this is after the nail
okay.
appointment. Okay, so my nails are looking good. My toes is fresh too.
Ooh.
So I'm like walking up though, trying to be like incognito, you know, like even putting my energy to kind of be like, okay, like,
yeah,
like fuck everybody, but like don't see me.
Yeah.
You know?
That's how I lead all the time. I totally get it.
And so I walk up to the line that looks the shortest. Like, it looks like
the
nobody's
most chill,
like
huh?
yes. No, looks like
You
nobody's
thought,
in the line. I thought.
That's usually how it goes.
Because I'm like looking down for a second, and then I look up, and there's this man who has licked me up and down. And I'm like, I like clutch my
You're
tampon
like, wait, I'm not
boy.
invisible?
Right.
You
I'm
see
like,
me with my tampon?
right. All my boxes.
This is my protection.
And he goes,
What did he say? Oh my god.
he goes, I like your toes.
Stop!
I was like,
So you said, thank you, I just got them done.
I was like, okay.
No, is that what you said?
Yeah, no, I sounded like
what are you
like
even
an
saying to
absolute
that?
gremlin.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I would feel violated.
I mean,
Because, like, you guys, a lot of people have toe fetishes.
right.
Also, like, it's not like it's like a titty where, like, it's out.
Right.
So it's not, like, that big of a deal.
Right.
But for someone to be like, I like your toes.
Right.
Damn, you were staring at my
I was
toes.
like, he was looking me all up and down. And he was like, I like your toes. And also, I feel like it's just also not fun for me because, like, I don't really like feet. Like, I don't.
She
You know-
hates that you commented on her toes.
Don't talk about my toes. Like, you was really looking at me.
You should have. Honestly, now, you know, anytime you go to a grocery store, you need to have a shirt that says, don't look at my toes.
Don't look at my toes.
Don't comment about my toes. Don't say the word toes. And I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Most people wouldn't.
No, most people
Who
wouldn't
would
dare
say that? Okay, the problem I have with this is stupidity. Well, first of all, he shouldn't have said that.
He shouldn't.
Second of all, if he ever thinks that's going to work, that has a 0% success rate.
What do you think?
You know what I mean? Like,
what's going to happen after that?
If you have weird fetishes or weird things, you should always make compliments more general. You look beautiful. Nobody needs to know. Right. You like your toes.
Also, you could have said nails. My fingernails match my toenails.
That is so true.
The fact that
he was shook that he had both options.
Right. He was like, them toes.
I also want to know. I want to be inside his brain. I'm going to make this a little weirder for you. No. I just want to know that, did he see the tampons? You know what I mean?
Oh, he definitely
And was
did.
he like... He proceeded to be like, I am going to make a compliment about this woman who is clearly on her period in need of tampons.
That is also why I was so disturbed.
Am I wrong for thinking that, of course, no, I don't know. Like, if, I would assume, yeah, like, if someone has tampons in their hand, I would think they're on their period.
Yeah.
Because, like, why?
Exactly. Exactly. And so the fact that he was like, like, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm thinking like he was like, you're bloody and I like your toes. And like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
Honestly, I would have thought that, like, me having any sort of, like, period product would show people that I'm on the defense right now.
Right. Like,
and
don't
no one
talk
should
to
fuck
me.
with me.
Don't
Like,
talk to me.
especially more than ever.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I think Maya, the problem is that you just had your fucking toes out here on a fucking Tuesday, double cheeked up.
Right. I guess so. It was just too cute.
I hope you guys know I'm not being serious. That is never acceptable. I'm so sorry that happened.
No, it was unfortunate, but it was also like,
that's a great story.
It's very funny
He
to
provided
me because
content.
I was feeling really good about my toes, but like
now you
also
really know
I was
that
like annoyed
they looked good
that happened.
Well, now you know.
Right.
Your toes,
they're a fan favorite to
definitely
all the creeps in the world.
He said he probably already got a picture of him.
I bet he did.
By the time you saw him looking.
I bet he did. By the time I looked up, he was like, "Ah, shit." She didn't see.
Wiki feet.
Oh my god. I already know there's one picture of there.
There you go.
Remember that one time we were in we went to, what's that bluegrass festival in the city? It might just be like the bluegrass.
You're talking about the Stern Grove Festival?
No, it's like its own one in Golden Gate Park.
Oh, I don't know.
It was
no
like
idea.
Way when we were in college, we like randomly went, and
it's so random.
It was very random. And I remember I was like, I'm gonna put my
college
toes.
is like a whole different fucking.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna put my toes in the grass. And this guy was like, "Oh, I love your nail polish. Can I take a picture? Like, my daughter would love it." And I was like, "Oh, sure." I didn't even think about it. And then,
Maya,
like 2 seconds later, I was like, "Wait."
Maya, that is the fact that you didn't.
And then he was gone. Like, they were gone.
Yeah, he's totally gonna go home and be like, "Honey, little Lucy."
Well, he was with the wife.
Perfect.
But that doesn't make it.
Perfect. You said daughter, right?
Yeah.
He wants to show it to his daughter?
Yeah, it was weird.
He's definitely going to go home and show that picture to his daughter.
Yeah.
Do you want to get this color?
Right. People are weird.
That's a line that he definitely uses often.
Oh my god, no, for sure. And he obviously catches
I'm trying
people.
to be like clearly, got caught.
I know, I got caught. I got caught. I just hate when these, like, things happen when you're just, obviously, your guard is down.
No,
you know
for
what
sure.
I mean? Like,
for sure.
My guard was down.
I feel like we need to use the phrase, "you're weird," with no context more.
Right.
And I want to challenge myself to do that more.
Right.
Like, without any sort of reasoning. Like, if someone does something where you're like, that's not right. That's weird. I'm just gonna be like, "You're weird."
Right. That would have been
End of conversation.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I need them. Sometimes you just need them to know. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what it is, but you're weird. I don't feel safe.
Right. Mostly is nasty.
Oh my god.
Okay, should we get back into this list?
Yes.
Thank you for listening to my story.
Totally.
Okay, well, speaking also of me. 7th on the list of most likely to play with your feelings is a Sagittarius.
Yeah. I feel like it's fair that Sag is in the middle.
Yeah.
Because it depends how much you amuse them, you know?
Uh-huh.
If they feel like you're amusing them, they will play with your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess, like, you should be flattered if a Sagittarius wants to play with your feelings. Because they find you interesting enough to do that with.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll be elsewhere.
It's true. It's true. We love our freedom so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to be entertaining to stop and play games with.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At least I'm stopping to play a game.
Mm-hmm. Right. Because also, again, a fire sign, so fairly direct.
Yes. I feel like...
But
yes.
also has the tendency to feel like they're choking if there is too much of control.
Right.
And sometimes to them, like, just talking about feelings feels like too much control.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, you want me to tell you how I feel? Like, it just feels like you're trying to control me. It's like, no, I just want you to, like, tell me how you feel.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So they kind of can make you feel guilty for making it too deep.
Yeah.
When they want to keep it light.
Exactly.
And that can be playing with people's feelings.
Yeah. Because, like, you'll be having a really good time, feeling like we're having a connection.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they'll be like, well, this isn't.
Yeah.
Actually, we probably won't even say that this isn't serious. Well, unless we're at our highest vibration, then we will be direct.
Yeah.
When we're at our highest vibration, we are direct. We have our fire sign shit going on. But we are immutable fire signs. So we mostly will be ghosting you and just be the fuck out of there because we're like, I don't like this shit. You're making me feel uncomfortable. I'm gonna go now.
Even if they don't say it verbally, their actions show you that they don't fuck with you anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. Yes. And I think... similarly, Sagittarius, at least I think, we don't, like Gemini, there's no, like, malicious intent behind the playing of feelings.
Yeah.
I think that we, too, even sometimes struggle with feelings, so, like, we laugh things off, and that can hurt people and feel like we're playing or, like, we're not taking what they're saying seriously.
Yeah.
So I feel like I see how that can be irritating with, like, Sagittarius energy and be like, are you playing with me right now? Like, are you taking me seriously? Like,
yeah.
Because I'm really upset.
Well, like, it's like everything's a joke.
Yes.
And it's easy for everything to be a joke for Sages. So that's how I feel like you guys express your pain. It's through humor. But that doesn't work for everyone. And I think for the people that it doesn't work for, they do feel like their feelings are being played with. Because they're like, I'm so happy that this is so easy for you.
Right. I'm so happy you can just fucking laugh about this.
Literally,
my
like,
trauma.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you're on the receiving end of that, you probably feel played because you're like, we went through the same shit, but it seems like you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel like, too, again, the mutableness can bring a bit of, like, unpredictability. I don't think that's a real word, but you get what I'm trying to say. Being unpredictable.
Yeah.
And
that's
again,
a word.
that makes Sagittarius feel unreliable and untrustworthy. And, like, sometimes, too, like, you don't appreciate the time.
Yeah.
You know, because Sagittarius can be flaky. Like, you don't appreciate the time, and that really fucks with people's feelings, and, like, deeply to their core, some of them. Some people don't care. Like, obviously, me as a Sagittarius, like, I don't care. But you as a Capricorn, this was something you really cared about. And also, I think as a Scorpio, something you really cared about. And you had to tell me about, right?
Totally.
And so I had to, like, learn, like, oh, shit, like, when it comes to, like, our plans and shit, I can't be like, meh.
Yeah.
You know? Like, maybe another time.
Right.
Like, still, sometimes I do, and I think you've learned a little bit of me,
exactly.
too. Like,
It's
I
that
just
balance
need that,
of flexibility versus stability.
Right. Right. But still, like, communicating through it.
Exactly.
Right?
It's not a given.
Right.
Because we were raised differently. Or we are different people.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we have to obviously communicate every time it's about something that we're used to doing differently.
Yeah. And I think I can admit that it was my toxic Sagittarius energy.
Yeah.
That I was like, well, I'm not thinking of time like that. You know what I mean? Like, I really could not conceptualize it in that same way. So, like, you telling me that, I was like, oh shit, people care about that.
Yeah.
And I feel like some people need that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard because it's like a balance, kind of like you said, because sometimes when you share that with Sagittarius, like, they'll be like, well, fuck off. Like, I don't want anything to do with that energy, you know? Or they will lean in.
Right.
If they really fuck with you.
Well, exactly. It's like a matter of, like, how seriously they take you, or they care about you guys being close. Right. You know what I mean? Because if you're just a whatever person, it's like, well, you know what? Looks like we shouldn't be that close anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know? But if it's someone you care about, you're like, okay, I'm willing to do things differently than what I'm comfortable with usually to accommodate this relationship, this friendship, you know?
Right.
Like, I want to do things where both of us feel safe, even though it's not my comfort zone, you know?
Right. And make the time and space, I think, too, is something that's important for Sagittarius. It's like they're, like, off doing their own thing, traveling, living in La La Land, reading or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they have to remember to come back. Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Come back and be with your friends.
And you have to do it gently, you know? Don't be pushy with them. When you're pushy with Sagittarius, that is when they communicate the least.
Yeah. We're going to rebel against it.
Exactly. Well, they're just not going to be there, or they're going to rebel against it. Either way, you're not getting what you want out of them. So, yeah, take it easy. You know what I was realizing when I'm looking at this? I feel like the people, that probably play what people's feeling the most are the people that understand their own feelings the least, or have a harder time expressing those feelings. Yeah. You know?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. That's why I'm confused.
Yeah.
That so many of these earth signs are down here at the bottom of least likely to play with your feelings.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't agree.
We getting there, baby.
I don't agree.
Don't worry. It's coming. Okay, number 8, we have Cancer. And if you were here for the first part, I already said Cancer needs to be up there.
Definitely needs to be in the top 6.
Top 3. Top 3.
Definitely top 3.
Top 3.
She said top 3. No, you're right.
It should be 3.
Yeah.
And that's me being generous.
Generous.
Very generous.
Yes.
Yes. Gemini is crazy a little bit as number 1.
Well, it's fun for them.
Scorpio should be number 1.
Yeah.
Let's be fucking real.
I feel like it's a little bit like fun and intentional for Gemini and Scorpio. And I feel like Cancer, it's a little bit more like, I can't help it. It's
You're
a little
in
more
this
chaotic.
tsunami. You're in this tsunami. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Cancer is like...
Yes.
Like, you are in the vicinity of this fucking tsunami.
Yes.
This cardinal water energy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, because you are this close to me, you're gonna catch some of these fucking feelings.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't care if it's me playing with your feelings. You decide to be there. You decide to be in my vicinity. Therefore, you're going to get got a little bit.
Right. Your energy needs to match my energy as cardinal water. Like, meet me where I am at.
Yeah.
And all of my feelings. And if not, get the fuck up out the way.
And that's playing with your feelings.
Yeah.
Because they can drown you out with their feelings, Cancers.
Yes.
Low vibrational ones.
Yes.
You know, they will make you feel like everything they feel is also your responsibility.
Yes.
Which is very toxic and manipulative.
Yes.
And it does play with your feelings because you're almost thinking, wow, is this how I feel? Like, no, it's probably not. But because you and Cancer have intertwined and became one person.
Right.
Since you started dating, you know, now everything they feel is your responsibility. And you kind of have one job, which is to baby Cancer. And make sure Cancer is okay.
Right.
You're their little bitch.
Yeah. And it's like, Cancer, you need to be able to stand up and protect for your own, you know, feelings. And like, yes, your partner should definitely do that as well. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. Like, you 1000% need a partner who can do that and validate your feelings. But you should not manipulate them to do that. Like, they should just want to do that for you.
Yeah. I mean,
because people will want to.
Exactly. I mean, any person who deserves you should want to do it without you having to manipulate them to do it.
Yes.
Is my thing.
Yes.
You know?
And they very much will, I'm sorry, sometimes they will play whatever role, really. I have seen play any role to get what they need done.
But the theater.
Mostly the victim, woe is me.
Yeah.
Come help me.
Yeah. No, they're really good at that. They're really good at that. But I've
also seen them play many other roles to get what they need as well done.
Yeah, it's crazy. Why would they put Cancer number 8, besides the fact that Cancer made this list?
Right.
Right. I will say Cancer at their highest vibration is very much in tune with their feelings and proudly expresses it. But if they see that it's not matched, they easily walk away. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to force something, I feel like Cancer, when they're leading with their heart and they're operating at a higher vibration, they know if you guys are meant to be close or meant to be friends or meant to be together.
Yeah.
Because either they feel aligned with you or they don't. Whereas lower vibrational Cancers, if they're feeling things, they will always assume that you should too. And they'll kind of push something that doesn't go together so naturally.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're 100%.
If that makes sense.
It does. It does. And I feel like it's annoying because when they are in this state, like, obviously they are very sensitive, but they aren't able to communicate that. They are just very demanding kind of in the moment.
And the thing is, they want partnerships so bad. You know? They want that deeply.
Yes.
To the point where they'll accept something that's just not right for them.
And be willing to sometimes work harder to work more in the relationship, you know? And I feel like that's part of what drives their, unfortunately, like, manipulation, I feel like, is when the other partner isn't always, like, pulling what they see isn't pulling their weight in the relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. But I feel like overall, their moodiness just, it's too mixed signally for me. I don't always know. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like with Cancer, it's a little Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah. Like, they're really sweet, and then they're fucking, like, bursting out sour and, like, angry at you, you know? And I don't always know,
where you
like,
stand.
what the switch is to, like, have made you go completely 180 on me just now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know? Because, like, I feel like they're, what, to me, I think of as Cancer playing most with my feelings is that explosive personality. Is like, okay, well, we were, like, chilling. You were making me feel safe and, like, warm and, like, bringing me cookies. And now you're calling me a fucking cunt and, like, you think I'm stupid. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, where
I think
the fuck
also,
did that come
again,
from?
like, I like to use the word impulsive when it comes to Cancer.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they sometimes let the intrusive thoughts win.
Yeah.
And so relatable. You know what I mean? But, like, because of that, that's why the switch up happens so fast. Because I feel like they're thinking so many things when it comes to their feelings. And all of a sudden, they're like, I don't know. Can I trust you? Because they're so sensitive.
Sure.
They're that fucking crab, right? Like, they're like, I want to fight. But, like, inside, they're like a mush ball. You know what I mean? And I think because of that, they also want to play with you. Because they're like, I don't know. Can I trust you? Can I trust you? Can I let you in?
Yeah.
Because my inner circle is tight.
Well, that's where they're similar to Scorpio in that sense of, like, I feel like they do, not that they be testing people in the same way, but, like, kinda.
Yeah.
You know?
For them, the test is, are you going to follow my orders?
Right. Or are you going to hang around after my blow up?
Yeah. Scorpio will present the right situation to see how you react.
Yeah.
Cancer fucking puts you in that situation and says, we're doing it my way. You coming?
You are not wrong. You are not wrong. I prefer the Scorpio way.
That's what I thought. Freedom. Remember, we give you freedom.
Right.
Scorpio for 2024.
It's fake freedom.
You get to do what you want to do.
Fake.
Sorry if you don't do the right thing.
I'm hollering. You ultimately went with what you wanted. Live with it.
Live with the choice. Gosh.
Yeah. No, actually though.
I'm crying. Oh my god. Cancer versus Scorpio, who is the most manipulative, would be insane. That's a good versus.
Oh my gosh.
That might be the ultimate one.
That would be the ultimate.
Reach the final boss
right.
of astrology versus battles. Cancer versus Scorpio. Who is the most manipulative? Scary.
Very scary. Or is it Pisces, number 9?
Yeah. I was going to say, maybe it just needs to be the water sign.
Right.
Ugh. Actually, I think we did that. Didn't we do a water sign one?
We did. Yeah.
We did.
Yeah. We so did.
We so did.
And
we reached that point where we don't...
I don't remember who we thought who I said? I don't remember who I voted for. Do you remember who you voted for?
Depends where I was on my healing
Right.
journey.
I probably said Scorpio.
I probably said
from
Cancer.
Where I was.
I don't know, actually.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Watch the video and let us know.
Yeah, comment down below if you haven't watched that. Next, we have number 9.
Number 9.
Fine as wine. Pisces.
Number 9 is least likely to play with your feelings, Pisces.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. Like I said, a Cancer Sun Pisces Moon made this list.
Right.
They're like, I can't be too obvious by putting us as 11 and 12.
Right.
So I'll just do 8 and 9. I'll squeeze right in there.
Right. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, when Pisces is at its highest vibration.
Yeah, the fact that we have to say that.
I know, right?
It's so funny to me.
They are very empathetic and compassionate.
They are. But they don't even know what's going on with their feelings. Of course they're going to fucking be playing with your feelings.
Right.
Actually, they're sitting there having fun with both of your feelings.
Right.
Creating this little magical fantasy land that doesn't exist.
Correct.
And anytime you try to have a real conversation with them about what the fuck is going on, they're all elusive. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm just a little fairy.
Right.
You know?
And they're like, I don't want to be here. You got to be careful with the Pisces, though, because they be sneak attacking you. I feel like when, like... like when they're done with you or something, like they are probably been done for a while, you know, but they just haven't been speaking on it. Ooh. Like I feel like Pisces can get toxic in that way too. In like you know, like they're building that fantasy with you and then they take it away.
They fucking kill that fantasy.
Honestly, that's my least favorite thing about Libra too. So Pisces needs to be up there too with how they be.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think maybe they're lower. I feel like Pisceans are very empathetic. And obviously all the water signs are empathetic. But Pisces in general, because they're the 12th sign and they have a part of each sign within them, I feel like they generally try to put themselves in your shoes as much as any other sign. So they don't hurt your feelings.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes they are the martyr in that sense where they'll just like let shit slide because they don't want your feelings to be hurt.
Yeah, you're so right.
But that doesn't mean that they're not unwillingly confusing you when it comes to their feelings. You know? I would say they're confusing the most, or playing with your feelings the most, the closer you guys are, and the more overwhelmed they feel by their feelings towards you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, and I think too that happens when like you're not giving Pisces space.
Yeah.
They will really start to like rebel against you.
Yeah.
Like they're mutable water, like you said, they're elusive, like they also need to be free in that sense, because I feel like they're very good at giving you the freedom.
Right.
And like, yes, like you said also too, putting other people's feelings first for the most part. Yeah. So when they're finally like, okay, I need time, and if you don't give that to them, they will be like done with you.
Yeah,
like,
well, they don't feel safe around you, you know?
Because they need to be.
They'd rather be alone and in their fantasy land.
Right, because it's like, okay, so you're not going to allow me to be recluse when I need to be.
Yeah.
You won't let me be in my dream world.
Oh my god, Pisces takes on so much energy every day. Like, why do you think they're supposed to sleep more than other signs?
Right.
It's because that's how they re-energize themselves.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Their subconscious mind, I feel like, is working overtime all the time. You know? So, I feel like in general, Pisces is always dealing with so many different feelings. Like, people really don't take into consideration how many feelings Pisces is processing every second of every day.
Right.
Because it's, again, mutable water. So it's coming and going and coming and going and coming and going. And that's a lot. So I try to give them grace because, I don't know, maybe I got a soft spot for them.
Yeah. Maybe. Definitely. No, I feel like they try to be mindful of people's feelings because, like you just said too, they can read people's energies so well. Yeah. Like, they want to be sensitive to it because I think too maybe sometimes people weren't always sensitive enough to their feelings.
That part.
So I very much like this placement for them lower down here.
Yeah.
I do think that they can be explosive, and I think mostly that they're confusing like all the other mutables, because at times your energy can be unpredictable. Like, we don't know where you're going to be at from day to day. Mm-hmm. Like, maybe you need to be off somewhere, or maybe you're really engaged with me today. Mm-hmm. Don't know. Mm-hmm. There's not necessarily a pattern.
So do you think Pisces should be lower than any of these earth signs?
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. I do. Mm-hmm. I think...
Yeah.
Capricorn definitely... Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Now you laughing at Capricorn.
Well, no, because I feel like Capricorn is so strategic. They know exactly what they're doing. They're for sure playing with your motherfucking feelings. So even if they're playing cold, like, they are doing it on purpose. Like, they know exactly what the fuck they're doing.
I guess we're getting into it.
So yeah. Pisces should be even lower on the list.
Right. All right, let's get
into those.
Let's get into it.
Earth signs.
At the bottom we have the earth signs, which I feel like if someone was like just looking at things surface level, I could see why they would be like, okay, yeah, the earth signs are the least likely because they're so calm and grounded. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. But to me, that manifests as something completely different.
Yeah.
Which is people that don't take feelings seriously. Mm-hmm. And because they don't take feelings seriously, that's how they play with people's feelings.
Yes.
They invalidate them.
Yes.
And that can be very scary. Not to say that these three signs, at their highest vibration, aren't very understanding of people's feelings because they've done the work to be more sensitive.
Right.
But I do think Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, a lot of times they don't take people's feelings seriously because that's not at the forefront of their mind when they're making decisions. They're more logical. They want to feel more grounded in the decisions they make. They don't literally let, like, matters of the heart really alter their feelings or thoughts about something.
Right.
So when other people get too in their feelings, they judge them a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why I don't agree with them all being at the bottom.
For sure, no.
Go ahead, let me know how you feel.
I feel like... Okay, let me specifically speak about Taurus first. I agree with everything that you said, though. Like, I think that they need to be further up here on the list, but... Again, let me go in on Taurus first. Mm-hmm. I feel like Taurus be playing with people's feelings because something that I said about Gemini too, like, you know, I look for a likeness in people, right? Mm-hmm. Like to share some type of like commonality. And I feel like Taurus is just not open-minded enough. And the way that they are so stubborn in their communication, to me, it plays with my feelings and like how I communicate with them as like a Sagittarius type of energy, you know, because to me it feels very like constricting. It feels like there can never be a change or a different type of option.
Right.
And like now you're a dictator here and like you only want me to agree with you and like I'm upset and
we're not okay unless I agree with you.
Exactly. And that irritates me with them because I feel like to me it's like you always have to be kind of kissing their ass and doing what they want to do.
What?
I'm just saying.
No, honestly, I'm loving this. Your honesty does not go unnoticed. You are one of my elite employees.
Like I'm sorry, but like when I hang out with like Taurus energy, like I'm aware that I'm gonna be doing a very specific thing and I'm in your habitat.
Yeah.
You're never coming to hang out with me and do the things that I want to do.
Ooh, wow.
And that's hurtful to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're so flexible.
Exactly.
You're honestly the most flexible person I know.
And two, it's just like what? Like you don't think the things that other people want to do are good enough?
Yeah.
Like you're just
they don't step outside of their comfort zone enough to want to do it. The ones that are low vibrational.
Yeah. And I just don't like that. Like it sometimes puts off like a superiority type of like complex and like
my way's the highway.
Yeah, and I don't fuck with that type of energy.
Yeah, it doesn't make you. I feel like it doesn't make people always feel safe to disagree.
Yes,
you know what I mean, and that can be a problem when it comes to people's feelings and playing with their feelings. Someone may feel something and they want to say that, but they know that Taurus isn't going to be happy with what they have to say. Therefore, they feel like they just have to please Taurus by agreeing with them, and that's not really authentic to how they originally felt.
Right.
You know, and that's a dangerous situation to be in any sort of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You not feeling safe enough to say how you really feel because you're afraid that the other person won't be happy with you. You know? Like, conflict, at the end of the day, it's going to happen. Like, we're going to disagree, but I shouldn't feel unsafe to disagree with you.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
When it comes to certain things, obviously.
Yes.
But, like, you know.
Yeah.
Other things, not so much.
Yeah. And I feel like another way that they sometimes, again, be playing with your feelings is like, okay, like, let's go hang out. And then, again, I understand sometimes you're, like, not in the mood. But I know that more specifically, Taurus just doesn't want to make the effort to go hang out.
Yeah.
And that, again, makes me not feel good. Like, that is fucking with my emotions. Like, are we really friends? Why do I always have to meet you where you're at?
Yeah.
Like, that is not, like...
Right.
agreeable energy to me. Like, I'm sure it's to you because, like, I'm just always meeting you where you're at. Yeah. But that's, like, dictator energy to me. Right. That's playing with people's feelings. That's manipulation. That is literally manipulation.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And again, sometimes it's fine. But, like, I just feel like they should be higher up in the list, okay?
Right. Right. Now I'm trying to think why they would be lower, too. Because I want to also talk about the positives.
Right.
I do feel like, obviously, Taurus, like, the moon is exalted in Taurus, so it loves being in Taurus, and I think Taurian energy, again, at its highest vibration, the amount of times we've said highest vibration, take a shot, take a motherfucking shot. They create such a safe space for you to express your emotions. And they're a great sounding board.
This is true.
And they genuinely want to see you win and be happy. Like, again, because they're Venus ruled, they like to keep things peaceful. They want you to feel comfortable sharing how you feel with them, as long as it's the same thing they feel. Like, and that feels so good. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is that if you do agree with the Taurus, it's a really good place to be, and it doesn't feel like they're playing with your feelings.
Right.
Just find a Taurus that you agree with.
Yes.
About like 95% of things, and it'll be really fun.
Yes.
Don't try to change a Taurus, and don't lie to be something that Taurus wants, because they will find out, and they will kill you. No, I'm just kidding.
They will be very upset. You will see them be very angry.
No, because they thought that they had found someone that was molded for them, and now they have to shape you, and that's extra work. They don't want to work more.
Right.
They want to work less.
Right.
But they will change you. Because now you guys are together forever.
Right. Forever. Forever.
Forever.
And I will say, too, trying to be positive, because I do feel like I kind of went in on Taurus.
Listen, the truth shall be heard.
Right. Their fixed nature, kind of like I was talking about, like all the mutables, like they're unpredictable, like there's consistency within Taurus, right? So that makes people feel very safe.
Exactly.
Like you kind of always know, like when you go share your emotions, like this is how they're going to react, because they're like cool, calm, collected. And like you said, that makes people feel safe. So I do really like that about Taurus energy for the most part.
It also makes you feel like you know where you stand.
Yes.
And that in return makes you feel safe. You know, you always know where you stand with the Taurus. They're not ones to switch it up often, like I said with Gemini.
Yes.
You know, or Libra, or you know what I mean? Like, you know how they feel.
And a good Taurus isn't going to make you feel crazy for the big feeling that you just shared.
Yeah.
They're going to help you, like, work through it, because they also love that partnership.
Can I say, that's actually my favorite thing about Taurus. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's my sister's sign.
Yeah.
Is that if I share something that I think is crazy, more than like 99.99% of the time, Taurus is going to look at me and be like, is that it? Okay, this is what we're going to do. And that makes me feel so safe, because I'm always worried about something being too crazy. And Taurus just makes you feel like it's not.
No.
They're not scared of nothing. They really aren't.
No.
And that makes me feel safe.
Yes. When someone can come at a problem cool, calm, collected.
Oh,
I love
sexy.
it. It's sexy. Like, you're not yelling. You're not, like, stressed. And I feel like that is probably why people put Taurus lower on the list.
It's more fun when you agree with Taurus and you're fighting against something.
Yes.
It's not fun when you're fighting against Taurus.
Right. You see a totally different side of Taurus when you're going against
them.
You
want the bull to be riding on your team.
Yes.
You don't want to be going against the bull.
No.
You're
just hitting a wall.
No, you're going to die upon impact.
Right. Actually, don't do it.
Don't do it. Okay, 11, we have Virgos. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, honestly, I feel like Virgo needs to be higher.
Definitely.
Like, this is crazy.
These nitpicky motherfuckers.
Are you kidding me?
To be higher.
And also, what does Virgo do? Sometimes they be playing with you. Sometimes they like to play it cool when we, in fact, know they are not cool. They're not cool, but, like, they like to play like they're chill.
Right.
They're not chill.
Right, they're not chill.
You know what I mean? There's nothing chill about Virgo. No. But they be making you feel like they're the chill ones.
Right.
And then you realize they're psychoanalyzing everything.
Literally.
They don't lead with that, though.
No.
Like, I feel sorry for the people. That don't know anything about astrology and they don't know they're dating a Virgo. And they're like, oh my God, but, like, he's so chill. And then, like, a month in, they're like, oh my God, he's crazy.
He overthinks everything.
He's thinking about everything all at once, and he's making me think about things that I never even thought about myself about.
Yes.
Or I didn't think about myself enough about.
Right.
But now he's making me feel like I need to.
And I feel like they will overthink a situation so much.
Yeah, now my feelings have feelings about the situation.
Yes, like I'm confused, you're confused about the situation.
Literally.
Like, you've talked about it so much.
Yeah, that is so true.
To the grain. You found every little thing that you like and certainly so many more things that you dislike.
That's so funny. That is
and
so
you
funny.
Can't stop talking about the things that you dislike.
Yeah.
It's like some things don't need to be explored all the way right away. You know what I mean?
The fact that a Sagittarius is saying some things don't need to be explored right away.
Right.
That is insane. That is groundbreaking.
Right?
Wow.
Growth.
Every Virgo needs to understand what she just said. A Sagittarius, by the way, that leads with the energy of exploration.
Yes. I'm telling you.
Wow, let me take a step back. Cook.
No, I just think it's funny because people say, it's not playing with your feelings, but they're overanalyzing all the feelings and puppeteering the things.
That's playing with your feelings. I'm sorry. Okay,
they're such control freaks.
This is what I have to say.
You know?
This is what I have to say about. I have to be careful. I genuinely feel like Virgos are so scared of their feelings, the ones at their lowest vibration, are so scared of their feelings that by being that terrified to express them and live with them, they're ultimately ruining their relationships and their lives. You know what I mean? Because they clearly have feelings or they want to make a friendship work or a relationship work, but because they're so uncomfortable with their own feelings, they self-sabotage a lot. Mm-hmm. Like we talk about Scorpio self-sabotage, that Virgo self-sabotage is something else. Because one day they'll really feel like, okay, you know what, I'm going to fucking do the thing I hate doing and I'm going to express my feelings. And then the next day, 90% of the time, they're judging themselves for expressing these feelings. Mm-hmm. They're judging themselves for feeling these feelings. They're probably calling themselves stupid for leading with their heart because that's not logical.
Right.
All those things make it very confusing for the people that are on the receiving end of that.
Right.
Because some days you're leading with your heart. A lot of days you're not.
Mm-hmm.
And
for the people who really know you, it's confusing because it's like you're speaking very analytical right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm having to read through this mutable energy and figure out what you're really feeling.
Because
what you're saying isn't how you're actually feeling.
Yeah.
And that's, like, it's annoying to have to, like, sift through that.
It is. And I just feel like they're always, like, we talk about also the tests with some other signs. Mm-hmm. And Virgo has their own version of that. Like, they're always seeing if you're perfect. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that to me can be playing with people's feelings because people feel like they can't truly be themselves around you because you're constantly judging them.
Yeah.
And again, that's not to say that Virgos don't do that to themselves. I hate that for you. I hate how much Virgos judge themselves. But as much as they're judging themselves, they're also judging the people around them. And I feel like for the people around them, that can be kind of a tough spot to be. Because you're feeling like you're always in center stage, and any mistake you make can be brought up and, like, used against you.
Yes.
In an argument.
Yes.
You know, because they're always watching.
Right. I was just going to say, it's like you can never let your guard down. Like,
no.
At any moment, you could be ridiculed and, like, torn to pieces on something that they thought wasn't good enough or met to their standard.
They're just waiting for any reason.
There's multiple ways you could do things, Virgo. Yeah. Your way isn't always the best.
Yeah.
You are very efficient, but you aren't always...
You aren't always correct, and it would be boring if you were. Like, no one's ever always right.
Right. And even if you were always right, don't be such a dick about it.
What do you mean? They're always right.
Does that mean you have to be a know-it-all? Does that mean you have to be a dick? No.
It's how they get their high, for real.
No, it's true. It's true. I feel like Virgos, when they're being really toxic, I feel like not that they have, like, a superiority complex at all. I feel like they just, like, because they feel like they know so much, they're condescending.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
They're condescending. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't love that for you, Virgo.
No, I don't love that for you either.
It's why I struggled with Virgo energy for a really long time.
Yeah.
It's like that condescending
undertone.
Energy. Yeah, I'm like, you're always, like, judging me. Like, I never felt like I'm, like, good enough. But then, sadly, I realized you were, like, doing that to yourself, too. So I gave you a little bit more grace.
You're like, oh, you're just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
But again...
They're hard on themselves. So hard on themselves.
It's confusing because it's like, do you like me? Like, you pointing out all of these things?
Well, they haven't decided yet.
Yeah, no, genuinely. And again, that mutable energy,
and they feel like they shouldn't have to.
It's changing,
it's
baby.
Like, you know, Pisces, I'm all in. I don't know nothing about you. And Virgo's like, although we have seen together for 8 years. Mean that, but like, you know what I mean.
But I do know what you mean. I do know what you mean.
Like,
though.
Their energies like, are very much that.
They would though.
They're like, I still haven't decided if I like you or not.
No, they would though. They're like 70% of the time.
Both learn shit from each other.
Yeah.
Pisces, maybe you should learn more about people before you pick. And Virgo, maybe you should just trust your heart sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. They need to spend more time together.
Uh-huh. Seriously. Even though they are so opposite.
I know. I feel like
they would annoy the fuck out of each other.
It would be such a
mess.
mess.
Why are you judging me? Why are you a fucking mess?
Right.
Okay, 12. Last. Capricorn. Kind of love that. Oh, good branding for my Capricorn rising.
Oh, no. I just, okay. I mean, it is good branding for Capricorn rising, but, like, no.
What you mean? Capricorn's too booked and busy to be worried about your feelings.
I mean, I guess, but I really feel like they're more
they would have to be feelings for feelings to get played with.
That is fair.
I'm being toxic right now.
That is kind of fair.
But it's kind of true.
It is kind of true.
But I also understand why you would not want it to be there.
Well, no, because I just feel like Capricorn is very much about, like, power and control. And I feel like they're always kind of looking, I mean, not always, but, like, they want the upper hand in most of situations.
To feel safe.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's a form of safety.
Exactly. And so I feel like they are constantly kind of playing, or, like, having, like, a battle within themselves and with other people of, like, okay, this power struggle, and therefore I'm playing with your feelings, kind of.
Right. Well, what if people's feelings want to be played?
Like, I just feel like Capricorn is too strategic. Because we always talk about Zaddy,
right? So I think, you know what? Anyone who wants to date a Capricorn, do you want to be led?
Yeah.
Then your feelings can't get played with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you want someone with direction.
No, literally.
If you want type A to tell you when to show up, where to go.
When to smile, when to not.
Dictator.
But they want to be there. They have a safe word. Yeah. They have a safe word. That's how a submissive, dominant relationship works. Anytime you don't like it, you leave. But you know what the rules are before you decide to play this game.
I'm crying. I'm crying. I'm crying.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But I do agree that Capricorn at their, take that shot, lowest vibration. They don't take people's feelings into consideration. You know what I mean? Like, like I said, I wasn't joking when I said there would have to be feelings there. They're like, there is no feelings there. Like, why would I care about something that's not there? You have feelings. We barely connected, you know? Right. And that's fucked up on Capricorn. Because, yes, they do have feelings. Mrs. Cold. Like, you know what I mean? Like, ice cold baby. You know what I mean? That's them. Like, they are so cold when they want to be. And they will almost think it's comical that your feelings got hurt. You know? Because of how easily they can just shut their feelings off and focus on what matters. They, again, just don't have that much respect for people that are emotional. Yeah. You know?
For sure.
They kind of just find you, again, like, embarrassing. They're like, why are you letting your feelings run you?
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like, too, they think it's kind of like a lack of, like, discipline. Like, you can't keep that shit in. Like, you can't, you know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, don't
like,
show
you don't know
your
what
cards.
time it is right now. It's not time for no feelings.
Right. Like, I feel like Capricorn is all about, like, not showing their cards. Or that they have the upper hand. You know, they're smart and strategic like that.
Ultimate poker face.
Yes.
And they again, they'll think that you're weak. Like you said. It's perfect word for it. They'll think that you're weak. But that doesn't mean that it's okay. Like, if your feelings got hurt and you feel like your feelings were played with by Capricorn, it doesn't matter that they think you're weak. Ultimately, your feelings got played with.
Right.
And the Capricorn's like, weak.
Right.
They don't even take it seriously.
And I feel
if they don't want to.
Too, because
so dry.
For right. For Capricorn, I feel like it's one of two ways. You're either getting their committed self, which we're obviously not talking about of them playing feelings, but when they're non-committed and they're just here maybe for like a quick time, a quick fun time, they are, in some ways, similar to Scorpio, going to use you like a tool and like use you for what they want and like be done with it. Yeah. You know, because they are able to detach in that way.
Shut it off.
Similar like Aquarius, they can shut off their feelings in the moment after it and be like, okay, well, this is just an exchange. Like, I'm getting what I want out of this and that's good enough for me. And you're over here like, oh, well, I really like everything that you're about, Capricorn. Like, I think we could build something. And Capricorn's like, like, you know, you're just gonna come over at 2 a.m.
What I was literally gonna say, I think it's so funny because you're right. Like, with Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, probably too. Like, there's this, like, again, mysterious thing that they have going on of like, I don't know, it's so toxic. You not knowing where you stand with someone should not be sexy or mysterious.
Right. No, you're so
not
right.
knowing what they feel and
it's
how they feel
good.
about you is not like mysterious and like, ooh, let me get it out of them. Like, it's toxic to want that. But I also know how people's brains works, and there's an allure when it comes to that type of energy. Again, like, for example, Capricorn. And people think that, like, you know what? Well, maybe I don't need all of that with Capricorn. Like, Capricorn is just, like, so hot and so fun and so mysterious. Like, it's okay. We don't need to talk about our feelings. And Capricorn's like, are you sure? Because, like, I don't do that shit. And people are usually like, yeah, it's fine. And then they'll still feel like their feelings are being played with. Right. Because they got someone that doesn't naturally express their feelings often. And I'm not saying all Capricorns or Scorpios or Aquariuses are like that, but generally more private people. Yeah. You know, and people think they can crack you if they stay long enough. You're right. And they'll soon realize that they wasted their time. Yeah. Like, you'll know. No, you're so I will say, as a Scorpio, I'll know if it's someone I want to open up to or not. Right. From the first few moments of, you know, meeting them. Right. And I feel like they're very picky. Yeah. With that. They are. Well, I mean, they don't trust people easily, you know? Capricorn doesn't trust people. They, again, don't want to be judged for their feelings. Yeah. Very much aware of the fact that their feelings can be used against them. Probably from some sort of childhood shit. And I feel like we said earlier, too,
if they don't see you as like an equal, you're taking you seriously, like they're not, I don't know, I feel like they're not going to be around for a long time, obviously. You know, like they need to respect you. And if they respect you, then they're not going to be playing with your feelings. But if they don't respect you, then they're definitely going to be playing with your feelings.
Yeah. Again, I would say like Capricorns that very much, I like Capricorns that very much like are overly communicative when it comes to how much they have or don't have time for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I prefer when they're direct like that.
Me too. Mm-hmm. Because some of them can be ghosty.
Mm-hmm. They'll just disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so right.
And they'll focus on what matters most. You'll know what matters most depending on their actions.
But also
Cardinal.
Like drag you along. Kind of. Like you always be like in the back, like a back burner.
Ooh, not a back burner bitch.
Yeah.
Ooh, no.
Capricorns be having back burner bitches.
Oh, for sure. Like, they definitely do, because they need to, like, they always have, like, a backup plan for everything. Yeah, exactly. And what is a back burner bitch if it's not a backup plan? It's the original backup plan. Right. Coming at you live from the back of the stove.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching the rest of this episode, part 2 of the list. We hope you enjoyed. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below with your sign or what you thought of these ones. Yeah. Okay.
Make your points.
Right.
Tap into that lawyer energy.
I need to hear
Let me know.
Thoughts.
Yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like the video. We love you so much. Leave us a review.
Please. Bye.